With Creo Parametric 4.0, PTC has implemented a new validation tool to help you compare key characteristics of native and converted data during the import and open process. Let's go take a look at the new validation tool by opening up a SOLIDWORKS assembly inside of Creo Parametric. Once the assembly is opened up in Creo, we notice immediately that there are 4 notifications identified. Any import problems identified will be listed in the Notification Center. In this case, it's showing that 2 components are missing and that there are 2 import validation failures. To investigate the results, we can right-click on the top-level assembly in the model tree, the subassembly, or the components to open up the validation tool. Within the dialog, there are 2 main tabs, Summary and Properties. Under Summary, there are 2 main validations, Model Validation, which captures surface areas and center of gravity, as well as Component Validation, which captures solidification failures, import failures, and missing components. As we saw in the Notification Center, and as we're seeing now in the Component Validation, there are 2 components missing within the assembly. Let's go resolve this and see how the validation tool will be updated. Expanding the subassembly, we see that these are the 2 components missing. Let's go see if we could find them. Once we have successfully added those to the subassembly, we can right mouse button on the top level and again choose Import Validation. Within the Import Validation tool, we can click Update and we immediately notice that those failures are no longer there, thus giving us the confidence that the import model, when compared to the original data, are equivalent. Under the Properties tab, we see additional information captured such as volume, surface area, as well as center of gravity. This will compare to the original model to make sure that what we have in Creo is equivalent to what it was in the original authoring tool. You can change the settings and rerun to update the results. Within the Settings dialog, you could go and define the max tolerance, an error warning, or if you choose to ignore that specific property. And then under the model failures, the same case. If the model is not solidified, that could be a warning or an error, or you can choose to ignore it. Once saved and loaded, these settings will be utilized anytime you import geometry inside of Creo. With the Import Validation tool, you can quickly understand the conversion success for non-native Creo models, thus giving you the confidence that you can use these models in downstream processes like simulation and have accurate results.